Finding a nice spot on the floor, feet together, taking a moment to find that nice, neutral, upright position. And just taking a breath, taking a moment. I'm just going to start by letting those hands float up to the side. I like to do these gentle little circles, sort of stirring things up, and then just letting them float. And letting it all melt down. That's it. Starting it off with a nice slow inhale. Just as a friendly reminder, there's nothing to memorize, nothing to perfect. There will not be a survey to fill out after this experience. And while it is fun to match my pace, to match the pace of others, you are welcome to go at your own pace. Slower, faster, whatever you like. Floating up with the breath. And as those hands melt down, the rest of the body melts with it, letting the shoulders find a little bit of relaxation, the hips, the knees. One more time, floating up. Floating down. Something just a little bit different. I'm gonna float out, round out like I'm hugging that big tree. Gather up and sink the chi. 2 more of those, nice and easy. I like to take a nice breath here and let it slowly sink down. I'm going to take a step out to whatever this side is, but feel free to step wherever you'd like. I'm just going to let my hands float up, not too high, and then just let those elbows and hands surrender to gravity. That's it. Nice and gentle, soft. Just a little move we like to call opening the door, commencing. Just cracking open a door to let a little bit of light in, a little bit of softness, a little bit of slowness. Right? Just gotta open up just a little bit. Let Tai Chi do its magic. One more time. As I float up, letting those arms round out. And stay with me, a little bit different. Open up. Now I'm gonna let this hand just float down and scoop underneath. And this one, sit on top. And let it gently open, chest opening up. And the hands reverse. And I sink just a little bit as I embrace the moon. It's almost like I'm rotating that moon. It's sinking a little bit with it. Open up and go back to the beginning of sinking the chi 3 times, just gathering up and floating down.
Your smile froze in time, a ghost in my head, but time keeps walking, it never slows. The river runs where no one knows. I miss the boat, I miss the sign. You were the one.
Reaching the bottom, I'm just going to start by swaying, just gently pouring my weight into one side, pouring, shifting to the other. Just like a gentle wind is blowing me, and I'm just one of those little trees, just sort of flowing in the wind. As I flow on over to this side, I'm just going to take this foot in really no fancy way, just put it out here. And I'm just going to flow forward, flow back. That's it. Alright, well, we make such great trees flowing in the breeze. We can add some hands, right? Letting those hands float, 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 float out. And then as they float in, just let gravity do the work. Elbows bend.
But hindsight's a joker, it laughs, it lies, leaves me here staring at empty skies. But time keeps walking, it never slows. The river runs where no one knows. I miss the boat, I miss the sign. You were the one,
One more, letting everything kind of melt with gravity. Float forward. As I drift everything back, I'm swaying over here. You could just bring this foot along and sway to the other side, reaching the other side. And just that foot come out. Just a few times, a gentle sway forward and back. I'm gonna add in some hands, just letting those hands push up and out gently. Those elbows drop. Float forward. Let everything float back into the center. And it just floats slowly, gently to the other side. And one time I'm going to drift out into space. And this time as I drift back, I'm going to turn my palms upward. Sliding forward, doesn't matter which wrist is on top. I'm just going to turn, palms separate. Bring it in. Shift forward. That's it. We call this move stirring the cauldron, awakening some energy. One more stir of the cauldron. I'm just gonna float out into space and float back. Drift on over to the other side. Step out, and one time, with those hands, push. Letting my palms turn upward, floating in, floating forward, just a little cross. One more, just crossing at the wrists. Turn, turn, turn. And I'm gonna let those hands float out and just float back in. And shifting slowly to the side. Stepping out one time, just give it a push. As I turn those palms upwards, something a little bit different. This time, I'm going to just kind of slide down and lift up. Arms open as I sway back and sway forward. As we say, waving to the princess in the valley. Floating up. One more time. As we float forward, float up and around. This time I'm just going to let my hands kind of collect in front, just for that little float back. And one time, and I give it a little floating push. Once again, let my palms turn up. And this time I'm going to go high, letting the wrists cross, and then let everything fall. Just kind of like swimming, right? Hands come overhead. Letting those hands just kind of naturally turn over. little move we like to call waving to the princess on the mountain. And now I'm just going to do that gentle floating push. Floating back, bring everything back to center. And going back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Two more times. I'll let my hands float up in front. I'll let one hand come underneath. I'm just gonna slide wrist over wrist, one hand. And then like I'm flipping over a Tai Chi sandwich, I push the other hand forward. Nothing fancy. Boop. Gently push forward. And stay with me. I'm just going to stay on one side for the moment as I let this hand drift out. Fold in. And then push slowly down that center line. And then I flip the Tai Chi sandwich. And I let that hand just slowly drift out again. And pass it right down the center. Slowly, gently. And then flip. That's it. Alright, I'm just going to take it to the other side for a little bit. You know, why not? Folding in, down the center. So a little move we like to call tossing the monkeys out the door. Alright, and now I'm just going to flow and sway side to side, floating out here. Grab a monkey and gently toss the monkey out the door as I sway. And I reach out to this side. Just 2 more monkeys to go. Monkey over here. And a monkey over there. And stay with me, we're just going to keep floating. I'm just going to let this hand float out to the side. Like I'm catching a drop of water in this hand. I'm just going to push down. I'm just going to start with just kind of sinking and folding this arm in. Then floating back out. That's it. Nice little. I'm going to add this hand into the mix and just floats down. Just a little fold, float, and sink. Now, not on this one, but the one after this, I'm going to step out to my side. I've shifted my weight a little bit to this side, almost like this hand is pushing down into this foot. So I can step out, gently turn, and brush the knee with a twisted step. That's it. Top hand just goes with the flow. Everything kind of circles slowly. Like I'm trying to catch a drop of water. Fold in and drift. That's it. Beautiful. Reaching the end of the brush knee, this hand just sort of drops. One hand raises, one hand lowers. fresh knee. And I'm just going to sway back and let this hand drift, almost like I'm wiping the slate clean. And let these two hands just flow up and over. Settling in on this side. And starting with this hand, I just little relaxation, floating out. Just make sure those shoulders relax. And maybe those hips relax a little bit this time, just a little sink, half an inch. You can add this hand down as we just relax and sink, root down a little bit. On this next one, I'm just going to step out to my side. So as I let everything fold and float in, turn, just take a nice little step and float over to the side. Brushing the knee with a twisted step. One hand just gently floats down. And both hands float across. That's it, nice. Dropping, flowing. Still breathing, right? I like to take a breath somewhere along here, just breathing in. And as I float back across, letting out that gentle sigh. One more time, just let everything drop, circle. And I stop and bring everything back to center. Take a moment, get your feet under you. Inhale and open up. Fingertips drift back together, almost touch, and sink the chi. And let those hands keep rising, keep flowing up, and reaching the top, they just gently float down. Everything starts to just melt, relax, and reaching the bottom, we go out and over the far side of the moon, and lifting up and Slowly just let go. The hands keep moving. Floating up into the heart space, I reach out, stretch out. If you want to move a little bit, you're welcome to. You can just stretch forward. But take a moment to say thank you to your body and your brain for getting you here today. Right? And maybe that body wants to move this way, maybe it wants to move that way. And I let it all relax as we go through the heart opener again. Just floating up. Letting it all float down. And we float up, out and over. Lifting up. Letting go. Once again, we float into the heart space and we reach out and take a moment just to send a little bit of that positive energy out to your fellow classmates, to thank them for showing up today, to make this a unique class. So there's one of you up here, there's one of you over here, there. Beautiful. And I relax and let it all melt. We go through the heart opener sequence just one last time. Floating up, out, lifting up, settling. Once again, we float into the heart space, reach out, stretch out. And I always like to take a moment to thank all of our conductors, instructors, and all of our conductors in training for helping to continue this wonderful art, this tradition of Tai Chi through the ages. And all of you today have contributed to the story of Tai Chi because we've extended that unbroken thread of movements being shared through the ages by just a little bit today. So thank you for being a part of Tai Chi history. And I let it all float down. And this foot returns. I say, thank you for joining me today